portal. Okay, this is called internal instance. This is what called a service portal. So the people who don't have any permission, so the person who don't have any permissions as a end user, they can only access this particular portal, but only the people with the permissions with the roles can access this internal instance. So yesterday when we're discussing about this ITSM, I talked about this incidents, change, problem, request, all those, right? So let's discuss. So let's discuss in this class how actually an incident is managed by the internal agent. Consider, for example, if any user raised an incident, nothing but an issue saying that is not able to send mails from his Outlook. Consider this was an example of an incident. So how an incident is actually managed by the internal team. So if you consider this particular incident, which I said as an example, so the Microsoft team, like Microsoft Office team, might be the responsible team in order to resolve the issue for us, right? So let's see actually how an incident is actually managed. Okay, so these are some of the keywords that I actually mentioned in the previous class also. So an incident is nothing but an issue, okay, within an IT service which affects the normal flow of the IT service. So in the incident, so we have around 6 states in an incident. So an incident record will be having 6 states. If you just ask me to show the incident form, let me just show you like how an incident form is visible. So these are all the incidents, okay, but these are some test incidents which I actually created. But let me check, see just some out of the box incidents. Mm, like this is one of like yeah, so this is one of the incident where the user is saying that the email is slow when attachment is involved. Noticing today that like this is some of the this is an issue, okay, which was reported by a user named as Zoe. Okay, so in incident there will be many states. So what are those states and how are those managed? So there will be around 6 states: new, in progress, on hold, cancelled, resolved, closed. So if any user raised any incident, firstly it will move to the new state. Okay, whenever that incident is assigned to any person to start working with it, then it will move it to the in progress state. Okay, so let me create an incident from the portal. Actually we can create an incident from multiple ways. It might be from portal, from mail, otherwise we can call the service desk team so that they will raise the incident for us. Even we can raise the incident manually through this virtual agent. This chatbot in ServiceNow is actually called as virtual agent. So for now, let me raise an incident from the service portal. Consider I am the end user. I don't have any permissions, any extra permissions. So I want to report an issue. Okay. So in that case, let me check. There will be some out of the box. Yeah, this is the out of the box one in order to report an issue. Okay. So consider I have an issue like uh, I am not able to send mails from my Outlook. If you remember, ITSM module will be used by the organizations to manage their IT services with the employees. So the users will be the employees only. So the users here will be the employee only. Consider I am an employee of a company. So I am facing this issue. What is the issue? I'm not able to send mails from my Outlook. So I am an employee, not able to send mails from my Outlook. So I want to report it. So I want to make this issue resolved. I want this issue to be resolved. So in order to do that, I need to submit an incident. Without submitting a ticket, nothing will happen. Okay. So whenever any company is using ServiceNow to manage or track all those things, so they will say to raise a ticket. Okay. So consider I'm raising an incident. If you click on submit, an incident will be raised. Okay. There is some exception. Okay. Just ignore that. I have did some development part which might affected that. Let me check another. Yeah. Let me check another. This one is record producer. Okay. The category, consider the category is network urgency. Like urgency is nothing but how fast, how soon do I want this issue to be resolved is nothing but urgency. And I'm not able to send mails from my Outlook. And if I click on submit, an incident will be created. Okay, let me do some modification. So there is an exception that we are facing because of a UI policy. You know, yeah, anyway, you will not know it currently. What is the meaning of it? You'll later know it. Yeah, this is the one actually creating the problem. Okay, let me click on submit once again. So it should be submitted now. Yeah, see, it submitted a ticket. See, it's also providing me the number. So consider I am the member of network team. Okay, not the member of network team. Consider I am an agent who is responsible in order to resolve the incidents. So an incident got created. It is providing me the number. So just copy that number and paste it in the incident table. Actually, in ServiceNow, everything will be considered as a table. In ServiceNow, everything is considered as table. Yeah, an incident got created. So then, when an incident got created, so it will be assigned to the team whoever responsible in order to resolve this issue. So as this is Outlook team, so like Microsoft team might be responsible, Microsoft Outlook team might be responsible in order to resolve the issue for the end user, right? So they will assign this incident to that particular group. For now, I think I don't have that group in my instance. Yep, I don't have that group in my instance. So let me say take some random group. I think network support there. Yeah, let me assign it to network book. Consider network team is responsible to resolve this issue for the end user. So I'm assigning that incident to network group. And see here there is a field known as caller, right? Just read the content which was displaying. Caller is nothing but the affected user. Okay, caller is nothing but the affected user. Nothing is, in other words, the person who raised this issue, for whom this issue is being faced. Okay, caller is the person, that person. Okay, so currently when when an incident is in new progress, when it's in a new state, it will be considered as the incident is just logged in, but no person started working with it. Okay, when the incident changes to in progress state, that means some user, some agent started working in the incident. Okay, let me assign to a specific person. Let me click on save. Okay, this is some mandatory field and just ignore the meaning of it for now. Yeah, see, so the state automatically changed to in progress because I assigned it to some user. So David is the person responsible to resolve this issue for system administrator. Okay, so if it's a new progress means, yeah, David started working on it. Okay, so when any incident is in progress state, that means the agent is working on it. Okay, and consider what if the agent needs some extra information from the end user. So what if the David needs some extra information from the system administrators in order to continue to resolve this issue, like you can ask some info, right? So when from when you're facing this issue, or like are you not able to send mails to all the like are not able to send mails to any mailbox, or you have any specific mailbox like that. If the end user, like if the agent have any questions for the end user to ask, in that case he will mark that state as on hold and select on hold reason as awaiting caller. That means he needs some information from the caller, nothing but affected user, in order to resolve the issue. Okay, after marking as awaiting caller, additional comments will be mandatory. Additional comments are nothing but these additional comments will be visible for the end user. So whatever the thing that you want to ask for the end user, you can just type it here. Like from when are you facing this issue? That's it. And if I click on save, the state will be changed to on hold. And okay, So as I am the, so there might be some another business rules which might be affecting. Okay, just ignore that. Okay, even if it doesn't work, you can just ignore it. Okay. So after then, like after the end user provides the required information, again they will change the state of the incident to in progress, and again start working on that incident, and they will try to resolve the incident. So if they really resolve that issue for the end user, they will mark the state of the incident to resolve. Okay, so if any incident is marked as resolved, it doesn't mean that issue is resolved. So anytime if the end user feels the issue is not resolved, again he can reopen the incident. Even the agent can reopen the incident again if the end user say that the issue is not resolved. Okay, so even if the incident is in resolved state, it will be considered as an active incident only. So uh, if the end user does not reply in the specific days, like around 3 or 4 days, if it doesn't reply within 3 days, so the incident will be closed. So then the incident will be inactive. A closed incident cannot be reopened. Okay, a resolved incident can be reopened, but a closed incident cannot be reopened. So if you ask me what is this cancel state, so they can cancel an incident, they can make the state of any incident to cancel if they feel it was a duplicate incident. What if the same user raised two incident records for the same issue? It's like duplicate, right? So two, instead of two agents working on the both the incident, they can just cancel one incident. And if they feel any record which was by mistakenly raised an incident, which like it might be any request, but it might, if it has raised as an incident, they can mark it as cancelled. Okay, so these are the incident states, and these are the ways how an incident is actually managed. Okay, so these are the roles within this incident management. So as I said, the people with the role can only access this internal instance, right? So at least they should have this role, at least. Okay, in order to work on these incidents, they need to at least have these both roles. Okay, the user who don't have any, at least any of these primary roles, they can only access the portal which I just shared you. So okay, they can just only access it, but the agents who will work on that incidents, they will have this ITIL role. Okay, next thing, we have something known as SLAs. We have something known as SLAs. SLA stands for Service Level Agreement. We have three type of SLAs: Service Level Agreement, Underpinning Contract, and Operation Level Agreement. So let's see what actually each means. Okay, so consider a company. Consider a company like Deloitte. We consider a company like Deloitte. So there was a client known as, consider, for example, okay, for example, consider Deloitte is having a client known as Walmart. I think you know many people know Walmart, right? Yeah. Anyways, even if you don't know, you can just ignore it. Yeah. Consider they have a Walmart client. So this SLA will be the agreement between Deloitte and Walmart, saying that if any incident is raised, so within this specific time, you need to respond for that incident. Within this time, you should actually resolve that incident. If the agent is not able to resolve the incident within that specified time, that incident will be considered as breached. Okay, so that it will be escalated. So this is the agreement which will be done during the starting between the service provider and a customer. So both, actually the service provider should align with these agreements. Okay, so if consider there was an SLA saying that a P4, no, not P4, consider P2 incident. P2 is nothing but priority to incident. Consider there is a SLA saying that the priority to incident should be resolved within 6 hours. Okay, if the service provider is not able to resolve that incident within 6 hours, so it will be considered as SLA breached and incident breached. So in that case, it will be escalated for your manager, and it will have effect for your company. Okay, and so that is what called SLA. SLA is an agreement between service provider and a customer. Okay, next, nothing but underpinning contract. Underpinning contract is an agreement between service provider and a vendor. Consider for example AWS. Otherwise, ServiceNow also. ServiceNow is like a vendor, right? It provides ServiceNow as a platform for the customers, right? And consider Deloitte company. So this agreement. So no, hey, sorry guys. Yeah, service provider. Yeah. Yeah. It's a underpinning content and the service provider. Yeah, it's the same. So this will be the agreement between service provider and the vendor. Okay. So it's something like consider Deloitte will purchase ServiceNow for 1 or 2 years or 3 years, anything, to provide service for his clients. For example, any company can use this AWS to provide service for the customers, right? So AWS will be the vendor here. The company which is providing service using AWS will be considered as service provider. Okay. And the next one, what is OLA? OLA stands for Operation Level Agreement. OLA is an agreement between service provider and any internal team. It is something like consider ServiceNow team. Even we might also get some incidents because there might be some issues with the ServiceNow instance also. In that case, we will also get the incidents. Okay, sent to us. So we need to work on that too if required. So if it's support too, then we should work on that too. Okay, so in that case, this is something like this particular group should resolve this incident within this particular time. So it's like an internal agreement. This OLA is an internal agreement. It will be agreement between service provider and then team within that particular organization. Okay. So this will come. This all three comes under service level management. Okay. So as I said the time, right? Within this particular time they should respond. Within this particular time they should resolve. So it depends upon the priority on the incident from. If the incident priority is one, that means it was a critical incident. So it is really affecting a lot of users and it is affecting a lot. It is affecting the organization a lot. So which should be resolved as soon as possible. In those cases, they can't wait for a long time, right? So if the issue is really critical, they can't wait for few hours also. It should be done within minutes itself. Okay, so here we have two type of SLAs: response SLA, resolution SLA. Response SLA means uh, it should be acknowledged by the agent, saying that something like they should reply, they should respond to that incident within that particular time. Resolution SLA is something like within this time they should resolve that incident. Okay, so if the P1 means highly critical, so the time will be very less, 15 minutes. If it is P2, okay, it will be 1 hour. If it's P3, that means it's like moderate incident, so the time is 4 hours. Actually we can configure it, so out of the box these might be the values, but as per the client requirement we can configure, we can just change the timings of time of that. If the priority is low means like it's not such an urgent incident, like if the user is not affecting the much, so in that case you'll have a long time to even reply. And if consider this resolution SLA, for a P1 incident it should be resolved within 1 hour. A P2 incident should be resolved within 8 hours, and P3 incident should be resolved within 1 day, and P4 incident should be resolved within 2 days. So if you consider about these timings, you might get a question like whether these only weekdays will be calculated or weekends also will be calculated, or all days will be like all we will have all these questions, right? So this will be done as per the client requirement. If the client says that um the team, any one person from each team should work 24 by 7, so in that case the SLA will run 24 hours. Okay, it's as per the client requirement. If they don't want to make it 24 by 7, if they want to make it like weekdays only, not weekends too, then they can select the schedule as per the need. Okay, so the next slide is how many ways an incident can be created. Currently, as I shown, I raised an incident from the portal, see, and another one is service desk agent. So we can call the service. Actually every client will have a service desk team. I think you might have heard some roles like customer support, customer associate, something like this, right? Which includes this customer in that role. So those are nothing but service desk roles. Okay, so they are the first level. They will be in the first level in order to resolve the simpler or repetitive incidents. Okay, so each client will have some specific team, service desk team. So if they will have some contact number, so we can call that particular service desk team and say that we are facing that issue, and they will raise the incident manually for us. Okay, so this is that one. And if you consider these other ServiceNow applications, so like how we have this incident, we have other applications also within ServiceNow. So from that place also we can raise an incident. Okay, like from CSM also we can raise an incident. It's different actually. So other one is support chat. I shown you right this virtual agent. So through here also we can raise an incident. And inbound mail. This one is we can just send a mail to the service now. So the service now will automatically create an incident for us. Okay, that is what called inbound mail. Next one is integrations. You know integrations. So integration nothing but allowing applications to communicate with each other. So if I integrate my application to another application, so if I integrate ServiceNow with Azure, so Azure can raise an incident in ServiceNow. Okay, so that is what incidents like integrations here mean. Okay, I shown you the priority field, right? If you just seen, if you have seen, this priority field is actually read only. Okay, but if you change this impact and urgency, the priority will be changed. See, so this priority field is depending upon this impact and urgency. Okay, so how it is actually mapped. So if the impact is high and urgency high, then the priority is 1. If the impact is 2 and urgency is 1, the priority is 2. If the impact is 3 and urgency is 1, the priority is 3, like this. Okay, and the next one is parent and child incidents. So even we can relate incidents in the form of parents and childs. So if we relate any incident as a child to any incident, so consider there are incident A and B. So B is the child of A. So if the A incident is marked state as resolved, so all the child incidents of A will be marked as closed, and all the work notes or additional comments or resolution notes, everything will be reflected in the child incident also. And whatever the work notes that you will add in the parent incident will be reflected in child incident also automatically. And whatever the comments that you will add in the parent incident will be automatically reflected in the child incident. So this is what the relationship between parent incident and child incident. Actually, there is a field known as parent on incident form. So it actually defines not this parent. Yeah, this is the field. So if I select any field, sorry, if I select any incident as parent, so this particular incident is parent for this 242 incident. Okay, like this we can build a relationship between incidents for parent and child. So any doubts until now? Okay, any doubts with this incident management? Anything?
Yes,
Even
Sai,
it's,
I
yeah,
have a
okay,
question.
okay.
No. Hi, another this side. So Sai, it's like we were talking about, like we were discussing about SLAs, right? SLAs and WLAs, I guess, and you see the contracts. So, like, is it possible that it may vary from company to company? We have to refer that.
Definitely, it
Okay,
will
okay.
vary.
And the
It
time
will vary as per.
frame,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It will. As per the agreement, it will vary.
correct? And the time also, right? Like, it is
Yeah,
not
time
always
also.
15 minutes, 1 hour, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As per the client requirement, it will be changed
okay, got it. And we will get that like information from the company, like I guess from the BA
from
or
the client.
something, from the
Yeah,
client. Okay.
yeah. Your manager will put the stories for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So actually, that the ServiceNow team will be managed in this way. So as I said,
Right.
the ServiceNow team will be have this BA, developer, tester, architect, lead, and manager, all these, right? So as a
Correct.
developer, you will not contact directly to the client. You might, if you have any issues, you might contact directly with the client, but regarding this requirements gathering everything, you won't directly contact with the client. So the manager or the architect or the BS, they will contact the client. So they will do the requirements gathering and they will create the stories are nothing but the requirements. Okay, so they will create the stories within ServiceNow and they will assign those requirements for you to do. So you need to work on that. So they will provide all the request details in order for you to develop anything. So if you are having any doubts, you can just ask them. No problem with that.
Got it.
Okay.
So
So
inputs will
yeah,
be from their side.
yeah, from their side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is how actually a
So
service
Sai,
now team will actually be managed. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Sai, I have a question. Uh, this parent parent ticket number we mention in those cases when there are multiple tickets coming in. So one of those tickets are marked as parent. Am I right?
So it can be considered like there was an incident. So consider like this. So consider is Microsoft server. And Microsoft, there was an issue with the Microsoft server. So whatever the services which are depending upon the server will definitely get affected, right? So the first incident
Yes.
will be on Microsoft server. The all the child incidents can be considered as the services affected because of that server. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you mean to say whenever we update something in the parent
Hmm.
incident, all
Hmm.
the all those notes will come down, will be visible even in the child incident?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this kind of configuration we, the ServiceNow developer, only do.
So
This kind
this
of
is the out of the box
configuration.
configuration actually. This was the out of the box configuration, but the client might need some other requirements. Like if they want to do some edition, so you should do that. So what are the, like what is the concept that I have actually said you? It's like this is like a process flow. Okay, but this will not be sufficient for the client. Like I said, how an
Mhm.
incident will be managed. But let me show
Mhm.
you actually. So you can just feel like, okay, we have all the fields now. What is there for development? No, there is a lot of things to develop. So consider if I select any user as caller, okay, we have different fields like email, manager, location, and all these things, right? What if the client want to auto populate those? So instead of populating that caller's location manually and caller's email manually, caller's manager manually, what if we can auto populate directly? What if we just select the caller here and just auto populate the details of the caller in these three fields? So like this, we'll have different configurations which can be done, which will be done as per the client requirement. Okay. So
So
actually,
Sai,
don't feel like there. Oh, yeah.
this parent child configuration, it is automatically by default inbuilt,
Yeah, it's
or we
out
have
of the
to
box
make?
by
Okay.
default.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay.
But we should just need to select that particular incident. I just explain the
Understood.
relationship of the parent and child
Mhm.
instance. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else? So this is how an incident is actually managed. But as a developers, we should actually develop this. We should develop like if they want to auto-populate some fields, or if they want to make some fields mandatory, or if they want to change any field values, anything. It might be anything. We should do that. Anything. Okay. And even though, so some clients, even after the development, even after the production is live and the end users are already using, they need some people to provide support, because no application will be perfect, right? Sometimes you might get issues. In that case, they need at least one person as a support, right? So in that cases, you might get incidents of the service now assigned to you, so you should also resolve it. So as a developer, if you're a developer, yeah, support also you can actually do. It's not a problem. You should actually debug. You should try to debug why the user is facing that issue. Okay. Anything else?
Hey, hi Kalki.
Hi. And
So
Abhishek, can
actually,
you please lower? Okay, yeah, you are speaking. Okay, yeah.
Mhm. Yes, I have a doubt actually. So as I'm working as an automation test engineer. So it
Hmm.
is like looks like same as a Jira tool. Like
Yeah,
you
it
can
was.
give the
It looks like that.
priority severity.
Hmm.
Okay. So we have the user story and client requirements, and when any bug or any issue like any we are raising, so
Hmm.
I am the responsible for the give the priority. So in
Okay.
this tool, there are the please go to this slide again. Like previously, you have opened this slide.
This is the one.
Yeah. So how we can recognize which one is a high priority, high impact
So,
and high urgency?
mm, like urgency is nothing but how fast an incident should be resolved. Impact
Okay.
is how many users, how much our business is getting affected because of this issue.
Okay.
So depending upon this, we will select that impact and urgency, which anyways uh, auto populates the value of the priority. Actually, the company We'll provide some KB articles, or else as per your experience, you need to put it.
Okay, so
So
we
if
are
the
the
multiple users are
responsible.
yeah, no, actually,
Mhm.
if you are the people, if you are the person working on that incident, so as a service developer, you might be working only on the service incident, right?
Yes.
So in that case, you are responsible. So if there is
Mhm.
any incident which should be actually resolved by some network team, you're not responsible for that, right? So
Yes.
they will take care of that.
Okay,
So
got
you
it.
should decide the priority as per the like impact and urgency, like how much it is affecting our organization, like how many users are affecting and how fast is this issue should be resolved. So if the multiple users are reporting the same issue and is impacting your organization a lot, you will make that incident as priority one. So mostly out of the box, every incident will be with priority 3 or 4 out of the box. No, not like out of
Okay.
the box. Most of the clients actually, most of the clients says that all the incidents should route to P4, P4. So all the
Mhm.
incident will be route to P4 first, then they'll see the incident and they'll just change the priority. It happens mostly actually because the end user will not know right the priority. As an internal agent, we know the urgency or impact of the incident, so we should feel it. The end user can't feel it.
Yes,
Got it?
exactly. Yes, got
Yeah.
it.
Even we won't keep this impact or urgency field to the external user to actually feel it. Actually, I have shown you right in the portal. So there is a field known as impact. I think it's urgency, right? Impact. Actually, we want to give this also. So anyways, urgency rate, it doesn't matter. Urgency is nothing but how fast the user wants this issue to be resolved. But even some clients don't want this urgency field also. They want to put only short description simply, so that the user will not get confused. So it should be so simple to the user. So it's like to just offer better performance to the end user. In any case, the client only thinks one thing: how better we can improve our IT services, how better we can improve the user experience. So client only thinks these both things. Okay. So
Yes,
as I
yes.
said here, right? So we can populate this location email manager. So if we need to
And
populate it manually, so it's very difficult, right? What if you can populate it automatically? It will decrease the work of the user, of the agent who is working on that incident, right? So like this. So like this, the client comes with the ideas in order to offer the better performance, best performance for the agents and for the end users, so that they can manage their IT services effectively to improve their productivity. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Yes.
responsibility of incident manager or the major incident manager to define and validate the incident, na? Priority and the severity of the incident.
Come again?
Hello.
Yeah. Come again.
So it is the duty of incident manager and major incident manager to define and validate the incident.
Uh, can't be that much sure. It depends upon the team. It depends upon the team. Like if they feel like the major incident manager should actually take that role, they will take that. Anyways, instead of before changing the priority, they will just inform us. We need to inform them. Okay. If you want to push the priority to the 2 or 1, we should inform them before pushing the priority to 1 or 2, because priority 1 incidents will be dealt in a different way. So all the priority incidents will be different in a different way, and the priority 1 incidents or the major incidents will be dealt in a different way, because it will affecting our business a lot, right? So in that case, how it will manage, like an immediate meeting, meeting will be scheduled with the business stakeholders like clients and our internal organization, some of the team members, our managers, all those. So we will discuss the impact of this issue and why this issue is caused, and how fast we can resolve this issue and how we can resolve this issue. So those things will be discussed immediately, and they will try to resolve that incident as soon as possible. So either the major incident or the P1 incident is actually dealt like this. Okay, so they'll take extra care while dealing with the priority 1 incident. So if it is like P3, P4, P5, they will be dealt normally, but P1 incident will be dealt differently. Okay, as I said.
Okay, okay.
So Sai, like what I understood is like it depends on the like team play, like how they want it to
Yes.
be
Yeah,
escalated or how they
how they
want to
want
be
it to.
resolved. So it is
Yeah.
a like it. I guess it will be an internal thing when it is on floor. I guess.
Yeah, on the floor it will be internal thing as per the team, as per your manager. Like as per the manager who actually manages our complete team. So he says like we need to do this, we need to do that. So
Right.
as per that he will follow the instructions to the team. So yeah. So you will say all the instructions to the team. So they will follow those. Okay. Before dealing with the incident. So they will give the instructions.
Got it.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So even though actually they follow some strict rules, actually they will follow some strict rules within the team, because anything, even if for any like if they doesn't provide the strict rules, if they do as their wish, if any agent, if any agent do as their wish, it will definitely affect their IT services. So the client will not be happy. So anyways, they want to provide the best service for the client. So even if the like like even within the team, if the communication becomes more, even if it takes few minutes in order to just go and fro, they will try to offer best service. That's it. So that no mistake should be happen. Okay.
Got it. Yes.
It depends upon the team actually.
Right.
Any other doubts?
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, आप हिंदी आती है आपको?
Sorry, but no.
Okay, sir, I want to know just one thing. Just we have to work on in this ticketing tool only, just close,
No,
open, or update on the
no,
ticket only, or
no, 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 no. It's a strictly no. I think Abhishek, he said about that he worked on Zera, right? Is it Abhishek?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah. So what you actually use it to do? You use it to work on it, but not develop, right?
yes,
So
we
there is
generally
a
open.
difference between, yeah. So there is a difference between developer and the person who actually work on those tickets. Okay, so as a ServiceNow developer, we actually develop the platform as per the client requirement so they can use for their organization. Okay, so we won't normally only work on these tickets. So if your company also provide support as part of the development, even if your company providing the development and support also, in that case you will also work with incidents. Okay, but as a service developer, no, strictly no. Okay, so before developing things, you should know how this particular incidents, problem, changes are actually managed. So I'm saying for that purpose, actually you should know. You should definitely know. Everyone will know. So as a service developer, you must surely know it. Did I answer your question perfectly?
Yes, perfectly, sir. Because actually, sir, I am working as a system admin, and we are
Okay.
using the ServiceNow application for the ticketing
Yeah.
purpose.
Hmm.
That's why we are working on it,
Yeah.
open state, closed state, and whatever